Greetings to everyone. Today I'm going to share to all of you about identity theft, a short about identity theft and how we gonna keep ourselves safe from being the victim of identity theft. By the way, my name is Jacqueline Stanis. Hi. Do you know what is identity theft? In a simple words, identity theft is a crime action which is known as fraudster, which means actions that steals our sensitive personal informations. For instance, details of our NRIC, credit card, or even our banking details. The person who did this immoral action normally, once they got our personal details, as I have mentioned just now, this irresponsible individual will use it to apply loans and even credit cards, but under our name. This person will make unauthorized purchase under our name and even will sell our information or documents to other companies or illegal immigrants. Most cases that happening in our country is those personal details who had been stolen will be sold to the illegal immigrants. For our information, identity theft is not a new to all of us Malaysian, especially in our own country. We aware that on social media there are numerous types of tricks that used by the theft to steal others' personal details, and moreover in this digital era there are rise in the cases of cyber criminals. To relate this issue of identity theft with the current situation that happening in our own country, our Malaysian police are non-stop reminding to all of us netizens, especially the citizen of Malaysia, to be aware from becoming the victim of identity theft, especially in the season of staying at home to break the chain of COVID-19. To further explain, the movement control order, which is announced on March 18 to curb the spread of the novel coronavirus, has also increased the digital activity among Malaysians. Especially, everyone know that we are all staying at home, and for sure, everyone are using their phone, going online. To relate the issue of identity theft with the current situation that happened in our country, our Malaysian police are non-stop reminding to all citizens, to all of us, to be aware from becoming the victims of identity theft, especially in the season of staying at home to break the chain of COVID-19. To further explain, the movement control order, which is announced on the March 18 to curb the spread of the novel coronavirus, has also increased the digital activity among Malaysian. Uh, as we know that all of us are staying at home, and for sure, we are using the internet for work and also for leisure time. That is why our police and also our government keep on reminding to all of us to be aware on the danger of cybercrime itself. The Malaysian police also recently announced a spike in cyber scams where there were 249 cases were reported, corresponding with the losses of up to 6.7 million ringgit between April 1 to COM527. It is believed to be the result of increase in the online purchase made as people comply with stay-home orders. Frankly saying, even though Malaysians are concerned about the safety of their personal data and its misuse, still many of us are not realize that our own actions uh, are in fact putting our personal data in risk. Malaysians are now consistently see the impact of frequent data breaches, but many do not actually know how they have been personally impacted, and this is not because they do not want to, but are unsure of how to track it themselves. We must be aware to avoid ourselves from becoming the victims of identity theft. If not, it will bring various damage to ourselves in terms of credit history and reputation, where we know that it takes a long way of time to fix the damages. So, I'm going to share how to be safe while we are online. First thing first, we have to ensure our own security software is regularly updated and uses up to speed database, as if not, it can be difficult to determine whether an email attachment is harmful, especially a Microsoft Office document. We are also advised not respond to unsolicited requests, messages or phone calls that ask for personal data, and we are encouraged to keep our devices and password secure, including reviewing the privacy and security settings on social media networks and checking our own account statement regularly to spot if there are any unauthorized transactions. Third one, we have to be aware that our bank will not suddenly ask us to handle suspicious transaction over email. For example, if you receive an email saying that your account has been compromised and you need to reset your password, the first thing you should do is to verify the email address from which you received the email. As if you're aware, cybercriminals often conceal the email address in similar emails that are not authentic. For example, you may receive an email from Google saying that your email has been compromised. But if you check the source, instead of coming from Google, instead of coming from google.com or gmail.com, it could be something like this. Another tip is to look at the reset password link. In general, it is safer for you to directly type in the link, such as going to Gmail directly, than using the link that provided by the not authentic email that you receive. For financial and banking related transaction, we are advised that if it is an emergency or anything important such as fraudulent transfer of funds, we must go to the bank physically, and if we need to call the bank, only use the official number which we can obtain from the bank website itself. So by this, please please never call the number that the email provides, because normally Oftenly, scammers set up call centers to pretend to be the bank or another organization, including law enforcement. If you are aware, nowadays there are a lot of cases where people receive a calls from saying that the person say that they are from an organization. Some of them are from the card or even the bank itself, but actually they are not. So we have to be aware to not use the font that provided by the emails. Prevention is certainly better than cure. In these circumstances, as there is no clear legal resource for victims of phishing scams, ultimately it will hinge on how the deception or fraud may have occurred and whether it is possible for the authorities to trace the perpetrators and act if applicable. So, in conclusion, we all are already know our country is not one of the countries that are not excluded from having the cases of cybercrime. So, as a responsible Malaysian, each of us must always be aware on the safety of our own personal data, especially when we are actively using the online platform in our daily life. In this current situation, where we are still in the season of fighting with the pandemic of COVID-19, we are one of the people who are actively going online, either for school matter, business, or even for entertainment. We have the risk on becoming the victim of identity theft as we are using the online platform if we are unaware of precautions that have to be taken when we are online. So together we hope for the best for everyone's safety while going online. So that's all from me. Thank you.